So in this video, we're going to be looking at stories, but specifically how we use stories to sell to people or to motivate people to take action. Now, usually this would be a one-day workshop, but in the next couple of minutes, I'm just going to give you the structure of a story that works, that does one of those two things. It either sells to people or motivates people to take action. So we're going to look at that structure. And it's very simple. It's like this. So we have premise, problem, payoff. Now, the aim of any story that's going to sell or motivate people is to create emotion. We know that people are motivated by emotion. We know that people buy emotionally and then they justify logically. So the aim of what we're doing here is to create emotion. So we start with our premise. This is our scene setting. So if you think about any Hollywood film that you watch, the first 10% of the film generally will be setting the scene, building rapport with that main character and getting you to buy in to that person, to like them and to have a vested interest in their story. Then quite often you'll see in that Hollywood film, they'll encounter a problem. They'll hit a wall, something will happen, some sort of challenge that they will face. And then normally at the end of that film, there'll be a payoff, there'll be a success, there'll be some sort of achievement. So we have achievement at the end, but then the bit that we really care about is not only the achievement they make, but quite often we'll see a transformation in their life or in their character as well. And that's the bit that gets us emotionally, that transformation and that achievement. So I use this a lot in my other business. So I have a golf psychology business. I work with large groups of amateur golfers, delivering seminars and workshops, and I have an online package that I sell to them. But rather than doing a hard sell, I tell them a story. And that story follows this structure. So I say to them, I love golf. I've always loved golf. I get to play some amazing golf courses. I get to work with some amazing golfers. I love playing competitively myself. I just love golf. But it hasn't always been that way. I snapped a putter, the first of many putters to be snapped at just 14 years old in a competition. I've walked off the golf course on numerous occasions, most notably at Royal Ashdown Forest on just the second hole after hitting the same tree 3 times in succession. And then worst of all, just 2 years ago, I launched my sand wedge into a pond, never to be seen again, after becoming the innocent victim of stupid, shitty sand, as I referred to it at the time. So what changed? Well, I started looking into golf psychology. I started looking into what works, what doesn't work, what heightens emotion, what suppresses emotion, what increases confidence, what reduces nerves, and how to manage emotions. And after just 6 months of golf psychology training, I became the club champion of Shirley Park Golf Club. And that's my story that I tell to my golfers. It follows this process. So how can you use this? How can you use this to sell to your customers or clients? How can you use it to motivate team members or colleagues? How can you apply this to your world?